You ever get that sinking feeling in your stomach? You know the one. You've planned, you've paid, you're all set for that amazing trip, but then you start to think, wait a minute, something feels wrong. Well, let's dive into exactly what happens when your travel agent completely drops the ball, and more importantly, what you can actually do about it. It's a question you hope you never, ever have to ask yourself. You put your trust in a professional, you handed over your hard-earned cash, and now that excitement you felt is starting to curdle into some serious anxiety. So let's pull back the curtain and figure out what's really going on here. And look, we're not talking about pocket change. To make this feel real, let's put a number on it. $2,000. Imagine you've shelled out $2,000 for a flight. That's a lot of money. And it's not just money, it's a promise, right? A promise from your agent to get you where you're supposed to go.
Okay, so let's get specific and follow one traveler's story. They're trying to book a flight to Chicago, and they go through, let's call it, the XYZ travel agency. Now, from their point of view, they've done everything right. They found the flight, they called the agent, and they paid the money up front. Simple. But here's where the nightmare begins. A whole month before the flight, you pay that full $2,000 fare. You figure you're good to go. But when it's finally time to get your ticket, you get hit with the worst possible news. The agency took your money, all right, but they never actually paid the airline. So what's the result? You're stuck. No ticket. And you're out $2,000.
Ugh, it's so frustrating. But beyond the panic and the anger, what's the actual legal problem here? Because this isn't just a case of terrible customer service. This is a complete breakdown of a fundamental agreement. Let's unpack the relationship you have with your travel agent to see exactly where things fell apart. Okay, so in this whole legal setup, the first and most important person is called the principal. And guess what? That's you. You're the one in charge. You're the one who gives the instructions, book me this flight, and you provide the money to get it done. To put it simply, you're the boss of this whole transaction. And then, of course, you have the second party, the agent. That's the travel agency. Their one and only job, their whole reason for being, is to act for you and follow your instructions. That's it. They are hired by you, the principal, to do a very specific thing. It's supposed to be a really straightforward relationship. And this is where it all goes so wrong, and it becomes crystal clear. Your instruction was simple. Take my $2,000 and pay the airline for my ticket. What did the agent actually do? They just kept the money. I mean, there's no gray area here at all. They did the exact opposite of what you told them to do. Now, this kind of failure, it actually has a legal name. It's called a breach of agreement. It just means that when the agent doesn't do the thing you hired them to do, they've officially broken the legal deal between you two. Simple as that. They just didn't hold up their end of the bargain. All right, so we figured it out. The agency is totally in the wrong. They've breached the agreement. But knowing that doesn't really help you, does it? It doesn't magically get you on that plane to Chicago. So what can you actually do about it? What are your options right here, right now? Well, you've basically got two ways this can go. Path number one, the best case scenario, is what we call rectification. The agency goes, oops, our mistake. They immediately use your money to book the ticket and poof, the problem is solved. But if they can't or won't fix it, then you have to go down path number two, taking legal action, which could mean heading to court to get your money back. And the legal analysis here is just so clear-cut. The source material puts it perfectly plainly. The travel agency is in breach of its agreement with you. This isn't just you feeling like you've been wronged. This is a statement of legal fact. It's based entirely on their failure to follow your instructions. So when you boil it all down, the single most crucial point is this. The whole relationship depends on one thing. Your agent's number one fundamental duty is to do what you tell him to do. That's it. And once you understand that simple idea, you have the power to hold them accountable. And honestly, this goes for way more than just travel. It's the core of any situation where you hire someone to act for you. And that leaves us with one last and maybe the most important question of all. Knowing this, how do you stop it from happening in the first place? How can you actually check that your agent has followed your instructions before you're standing at the airport with no ticket? Thinking about verification, like always asking for that airline confirmation number the second you pay, that might just be the one thing that keeps your dream trip from turning into a total nightmare.